What are you doing, Kman? I'm making this exercise multifunctional. Yes, and what you do come across in this profession is a lot of people take a good basic exercise and they add stuff to it for whatever reason to try to maybe make it unique to them. So people think, wow, this must be a special new addition to the technique that makes it more effective and gives you better results. And many times, if you know your anatomy, you probably look at it and go, well, that doesn't make any sense. So let's have a look at that movement. It could be coming down to a squat, then doing a side leg raise. Some people do a squat and they do a leg raise. And I've seen this one where you do a lunge, and you bring the leg up, lunge. And my question is, why are you bringing the leg up? Why are you taking the leg out to the side at the end of the squat or a lunge? So let's have a look at a squat or a lunge. Basically, a lunge is a one-legged squat. So you squat, you use your body weight, you're coming down, you've got hip flexion, knee flexion, ankle dorsiflexion on the way up, ankle plantar flexion, knee extension, and hip extension. Muscles, glute maximus, hamstrings as the assistant movers, quadriceps, and you've got your gastrocnemius and your soleus in the ankle. The load is your body weight, unless you're carrying dumbbells or a barbell, is your body weight. Now there's two ways to put muscle under force where it has to develop tension. We call it the force pure weight, and you also have what we call the length tension curve, where you lengthen the muscle and that increases its capacity to exert force and develop tension. So that's why when you go lower with the same weight, it gets harder, because you got a load and you're lengthening the muscle, develop tension on the way up. So a squat exercise meets that criteria. Force, my body weight, maybe some extra weight, barbell, dumbbells, whatever it might be, and I'm developing length in the muscle to develop tension. Same with the lunge. It's basically a one-legged squat working in the front leg, where I've got force and length together to develop force and tension in the muscle that provides an overload. But when you add on to that, you're up, then you take the leg out to the side. Well, what's happening in this leg? Nothing, because it's in the upright position. The knees are locked, the ankles locked, the hips locked. The force is being supported by the joints, not the muscle, because the joints aren't bending. So the force is the same, but the joints aren't bending. They're in the lockout position, and there's no length. So you're not getting any workout. I could stand like this all day long. I'm not getting a workout, but doing this is going to be a bit harder because I've got the tension by flexion of the hip and the knee, dorsiflexion of the ankle. So this is not getting any benefit, nada. And how about this leg? Are you training this leg? Well, first of all, you've got the weight. It's not your body weight, it's just the weight of the leg. There's no overload except for the air molecules. And the muscles that could cause hip abduction is glute medius, tensor fasciae lata, which are reasonably strong muscles. And what's the load? There's no overload. So that's not going to make any difference at all. So what you're doing is you're doing an effective exercise, then adding an ineffective movement that actually prolongs the exercise for no reason, gives you a bit extra rest in between every repetition, and gives you no more benefit. It's fancy, look great on Instagram and social media, and say this is the new way to do a squat, whether it be leg out to the side or leg in front, because there's no load. I've got hip flexion, which is caused by rectus femoris, a very powerful muscle, one of your quadriceps, and your hip flexors, iliopsoas, iliasis, psoas major, psoas minor. They're the major muscles that cause hip flexion. So there's no load. There's no point in doing this or that. You're just wasting time. And people add these to all sorts of exercises. For example, I was at a exercise session the other day, and the instructor was getting us to do, yes, a great push-up. So you come down, you come up, and then you go. And then we just did this. Or you're doing this, a push-up, leg out to the side, push up, leg out to the side. So what is this doing? Your arm, and a push-up's a great exercise. You've got horizontal flexion and extension of the shoulder, flexion extension of the elbow caused by pectoralis major, deltoideus, triceps brachii. In that movement while you're working your stabilizers to keep you in that position. And you're getting length and you're getting body weight with the smaller muscles. That's why it's harder to do push-ups and squats, because you've got smaller muscles, same body weight, and it gives you a great workout. But once the elbow's locked, you've got same weight, but the joints are locked, so there's no lengthening of the muscle, no tension, and then I'm doing this. So am I working the bicep? Well, you're not working this arm. This arm is just stiff, and I can stay there all day. So what's the purpose of this? Or after a push-up, I do this on the ground. No load, no weight, no resistance, no length. Yes, it makes it look, I guess, or activity. More activity doesn't need more productivity. So target the muscles you want to train, get a great strong movement pattern that you can train them in, and stop adding all the fluffy movement patterns that try to make you feel like you're special by doing ineffective movements that are added on to effective movements. Stick to the basics, and you never have to go back to basics. See you in the next Kmax.